Welcome, friend. In a world full of noise, may this moment be your gentle pause. Today, we'll explore a teaching that invites stillness, clarity, and inner peace. Have you ever felt as though you were standing in a long, quiet hallway? A door has just clicked shut behind you, softly but with finality. It is the door to a life, a job, or a version of yourself that is now in the past. And when you look ahead, the corridor stretches into a gentle fog. There is no clear door in sight, no signpost to tell you where to go. You are not who you used to be, but you do not yet know who you are becoming. This feeling of being suspended between two worlds, this sense of being lost at the crossroads of life, is a profound human experience. It can be unsettling, filled with a quiet anxiety about the unknown. We feel unmoored, as if floating in a space without ground beneath our feet. In the Buddhist tradition, this in-between space has a name. It is called the Bardo. While it is most famously known as the state between death and the next rebirth, the teachings are much broader than that. They apply to our lives right here, right now. Bardo is any moment of transition. It is the gap between the end of a relationship and the start of a new chapter. It is the pause after you leave a job and before you find the next one. It is the quiet space between an old belief and a new understanding. The teachings say that a new day is a new birth. We die to the day that has passed, and we are born again with the morning sun. In the same way, these larger transitions in life are a kind of death and rebirth. The old self, with its habits and identities, has dissolved. The old story has come to its end. And in this moment, in this Bardo, the karmic winds that propelled you have momentarily quieted down. The new winds have not yet begun to blow. This space can feel empty, and that emptiness can be frightening. But the wisdom of the Bardo is this: the emptiness is not a void. It is a space of pure, unlimited potential. It is a sacred pause. It is here, in this fertile emptiness, that we have the greatest power to consciously choose our next direction. Before the patterns of habit begin to form again, we have a moment of pure freedom. So why does it feel so difficult? Why do we resist these moments? It is because the human mind craves certainty. It wants to know what is next. It wants a solid identity to cling to. We are afraid of the unknown because we cannot control it. As one teaching says, we fear even our own passing because we do not know the day or the hour. This fear of not knowing is at the heart of our struggle in the Bardo of life. We try to fill the space quickly. We rush into a new relationship, a new job, a new identity, anything to avoid the discomfort of the gap. We grasp for anything solid in the shifting sands of change. But the path of awakening invites us to do something radical. It asks us to stay, to be present with the uncertainty, to befriend the emptiness. The great secret is that true freedom is not found in controlling our life. It is found in letting go of the illusion of control. The Bardo teaches us this directly by removing the ground from under our feet. So what do we do when we find ourselves in this space? The first step is to simply recognize it and name it without judgment. You can say to yourself, this is a Bardo. This is a time of transition. This is okay. The next step is to meet the fear with compassion. Instead of pushing the anxiety away, can you allow it to be there? Can you hold it gently, like a frightened child? Breathe into it. Give it space. Your fear is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a natural response of a mind that has been trained to seek safety and predictability. Thank your mind for trying to protect you, and then gently invite it to rest. This act of turning toward our fear with kindness is a profound practice. It is how we learn to be our own sanctuary, especially when the world outside feels uncertain. We become the ground we were searching for. Courage in this context is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to walk into the fog anyway, one soft step at a time, trusting that the path will appear beneath our feet as we walk. Now let us practice this together. Let us practice finding peace in the middle of not knowing. Let us try a short meditation, a way to anchor ourselves in the heart of the Bardo. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. Gently close your eyes if that feels right for you. There is nothing to do, nothing to achieve. Simply be here. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering your body. And the feeling of the air leaving your body. Just this, the gentle rhythm of life flowing through you. Now, I invite you to notice the space between the breaths. There is a pause after you breathe in, before you breathe out. And there is a longer, softer pause after you breathe out, before the next breath arises naturally. Can you rest your attention in that gentle gap? This is the Bardo of the breath, a moment of stillness, a moment of pure potential. It is not empty, it is peaceful. You do not need to hold your breath or force the pause. Simply notice it. Rest in it for a moment. This space is always here, a quiet refuge in every single breath. Now let's expand our awareness. Notice the thoughts that drift through your mind. See them like clouds passing in the vast sky of your awareness. You are the sky, not the clouds. And just as with the breath, notice the space between the thoughts. There are tiny moments of silence, gaps of quiet where one thought ends and before another begins. Can you sense that? This is the Bardo of the mind. And you can rest here, in this silent, aware presence. This is the peace that is always available, even when the story of your life is in flux. By practicing resting in these gaps, in the breath and in the mind, we train ourselves to be comfortable with uncertainty. We learn that emptiness is not to be feared. It is the home of peace. Gently bring your awareness back to your body. Notice the feeling of the ground or the chair beneath you. When you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. If you are in a Bardo right now, feeling lost or uncertain, please know this. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are in the middle of a sacred and powerful process of transformation. The chrysalis does not know it will become a butterfly. It only knows the old form is gone and it must surrender to the process. Be patient with your becoming. Be kind to yourself in the not knowing. This space is where you gather the strength for your next flight. It is where you shed what is no longer needed. Trust this process. It is the very heart of life's wisdom. Thank you for being here. If this teaching brought you calm or insight, consider sharing it with one person or many. May you walk gently today with peace in your heart. Until next time.